post. Did you see it?
What?
The light flickered.
Oh. So we got some comments last episode that the drinking and the unscrewing of the water bottle was a bit much. So I'm going to eat this entire thing of Pringles on this episode into the mic.
Did you actually get comments, or was it just me telling you that you had to stop?
A few people texted me.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, can you not do that? So, hey, it's all right. I unscrewed it this time.
And I don't have ice. I could still hear that.
It's because I fucking... But it's better than a squeak. Whatever, okay? It's been a crazy Sunday, people. It's another Sunday episode. It's snowing, so it's a snow day episode.
Sunday.
It's snowing. I have an iPhone. We're actually recording on my new iPhone now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
an update.
I quit my job.
Yeah, so you want to just start with that right off the bat?
I don't know how much I should talk about right now because I am still employed for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, but like it's the same thing of when like someone is prognosed that they will die in 2 weeks. Whatever you do doesn't matter. You're going to die. You're going to leave this job. So, say as much as you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I just don't know if I have the mental capacity to talk more about my job today than I already have because it's been a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been at the same place since May. I've hated it since August for reasons that I will discuss
Later.
in the future.
Oh, so stay tuned, people. If you want some juicy tea about depression and mental health and how your job affects all of it, stay subscribed.
And then today, something happened that was just my breaking point.
Yeah.
Just really solidified how much I don't feel like a person at my job.
That's completely fair.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. You know it's a bad sign when your job gaslights you when you try and quit.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'll go. But
yeah, I thought I was over the whole being gaslit thing when I dumped my ex 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Guess not.
Guess not. Maybe they're friends.
You can get professionally gaslit. I've gotten professionally gaslit by freelance clients, by part-time jobs. I got gaslit at Dunkin' when I worked at Dunkin'. I got gaslit at GameStop when I quit GameStop.
If there is any company that I've been gaslit by, it's Old Navy. I will gladly speak about that place. I loved it. I worked there for 5 years. But
retail can be really fun.
I loved my coworkers.
Okay.
And like a manager or two, and then they both quit. But if there's a job that fucking gaslights you, it was Old Navy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was like your... Because I want to tell my GameStop one then.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to tell yours.
I don't know if I have like a very specific... Well, actually.
Oh!
I don't know if this counts as gaslighting.
Guess we'll find out.
But it is just a thing that happened when I worked at Old Navy that I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I still worked there for 2 years after. The summer of whatever year, I think 2018.
Summer of 69.
Wait, no, it couldn't have been that because it was before. It was the summer of 2016.
Ooh.
Sorry. I had a very close family member pass away. It was like very rough. Like we're whatever now. Like I'm cool, but you know, it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And I called off of work the day that it happened, which just so happened to be Dollar Flip Flop Day, which was dope.
Cool.
That I didn't have to work that. Not dope that, you know.
Yeah,
someone died.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah. Didn't have to work Dollar Flip Flop Day though. Fuck, sorry. You cope with humor, you know?
Yeah, we have to laugh.
You have to laugh.
We have fun here.
We have fun here.
It's a fun podcast.
You know, I was just thinking about...
You need to finish your story first.
Okay. Sorry.
Dollar Flip Flop Day.
Yeah, called off, didn't work that day. Didn't work the day after either. Went in on day 3 of, you know, whatever. And I was working. I thought I was fine. And then I was alone in the swimsuit department, just hanging things up and just staring at the wall and just thinking about life. And then I started crying on the sales floor. And I was like, okay, I I should probably go home. I texted my mom, like, real sneaky because you can't have your phone on you. And I was like, hey, I'm crying. Should I leave? And she was like, why are you asking me? Leave right now. So I went in the back. I talked to the manager who was working. And I was like, hey, I know I said that I was, like, good to come back to work today. But I can't be here right now. Like, I think I need to go home. Visibly crying.
Yeah.
You know? Like, probably not actively, but, like, the tears are in my eyes. My face is red. And she says to me, well, are you sure? You're only here for another hour or so. And I was like, I think I'm pretty sure.
And she knew why, right?
Yeah, everyone knew. Because,
God, that makes
I
it
had to
so
call
much
off
worse.
and tell them why.
Makes it so much
and
worse.
I've worked there for a while, so I know that, like, when something big like that happens, all of the managers know. Because they have to know for, like, rescheduling and, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't think I can actually stay here for the rest of my shift. And she sighed. She was like, okay, we'll try to find someone to cover for you, but, like, I get it. You can leave if you need to.
I get it. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah, no.
I was going to.
Don't dox her, but, like, that's literally
She
so
sucks.
shitty.
Oh my God, she actively sucks too.
I'm so sorry, dude. That's, like, one of the worst things I've heard.
Ugh.
Mine's less serious.
Yeah.
I was working at GameStop in high school. Power to the players. And, oh my God, it's, like, so relevant now
Oh my
again.
God, it is.
Yeah. Except it all, like, got torn down because, like, it's not real. The money's not real.
Really
The stock market's not real.
I want you to talk to me about the stock market.
I don't know enough to talk about it, so
Good.
it's okay.
Then we're gonna pretend that nothing even happened.
Apparently,
this week.
people just tried to trade in old Xboxes and just crash the market, I guess.
Tell your story.
And this is when I was, like, first getting into photography in high school, and I was our school's yearbook photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have anyone else. It was the only yearbook photographer, and I had to photograph senior night for the soccer players, where they, like, come out and they're like, this is a parent and this is their kid picture, smile. And it's an important night for them. And I needed to cover it, and I didn't realize I had a closing shift at GameStop that same night. And I texted my manager, and I was like, hey, I cannot come into work today.
Mm-hmm.
I have something for school. I was 16. So, like, yo, I'm gonna miss work for school reasons. I was like, hey, I really gotta do this. I hope you understand. This dude called me and yelled at me for 30 minutes. And he's like, your little photo thing doesn't matter. You're not gonna do that in the long run. You're gonna end up giving that up. And he went on this whole fucking thing.
You know what you are gonna do in the long run? Give people $2 for their old PlayStation games.
Yeah, and guess what, buddy? I work in a photo studio now. You can't talk to me like that. I have a podcast. Scott.
Was that his name?
I think so. There's 0% chance he'd ever listen to this. That dude didn't believe in, like, phones.
Yeah.
So.
You know what he did believe in?
Power to the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, GameStop sucked. It was fun, but it sucked. I worked in that.
That's how I felt.
I worked in the bad mall.
Oh, I know you did.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Old Navy. But but that's what sucked about fucking the Old Navy I worked at, is that it was in a nicer shopping center.
It was a nice shopping center.
There were, like, bougier stores there.
Yeah,
like,
I worked at
like
the
fucking
PacSun
like
there.
Yeah, you know, PacSun, real bougie.
Yeah. Hey,
But
Pacific Sunwear, it's really important.
There was like an Ann Taylor Loft and, like, a Banana Republic and, like, Brooks Brothers. So all of these fucking Pilates moms would go to all those stores and get their shit, and then they would come to Old Navy and just expect to be, like, waited on.
Now they have that weird, like, anthro fake store there that's
Altered
really
State.
And it's really Christian and super religious. Yeah. My next story actually has to do with like, I'm gonna censor that, but, like, I'm gonna censor both of them, so people are gonna be a little confused.
Yeah.
But my next job, my story has to do with where I work, which I
Okay.
have censored. So this is funny. So I was looking at furniture the other day at work, right? And I couldn't remember what the name of that one, like, reused place is. Jinxed is what it is, right? And I was trying to type, like, Jinx furniture, Jinx whatever, and there's a porn star with the name Jinx Mace, and I just Googled Jinx, like, whatever. I thought it was spelled with a Y because I thought it'd be weird. Her name is spelled with a Y. And I almost opened porn at work while on the Bluetooth speakers and had to turn my phone off before it started. It was that close. You want to know the title of the video?
Yeah.
Jinx May's ass gets totally destroyed by giant neighbor cock.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did you accidentally almost open that?
You know when, like, you're on Google and you're going to just click the first thing that comes up mentally?
Yeah.
I did that. And then I saw, like, the website open. I went, no! And I just turned off my phone. And you're like, why'd the music stop? And I was like, oh, got disconnected.
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong. And I literally went over and unplugged the Bluetooth speaker, pretending it was off, and plugged it back in, and then just opened it on my laptop instead. It's been a crazy week, guys.
You watched porn at work.
No, I didn't. I
almost did.
I almost did. Damn it! And it would have gotten away with it too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So we have fun here. So that's the only note I had for this week.
Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? It's actually not a topic. It's just something I saw on the internet this week, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
Yeah, go off.
The topic is people with bad takes.
Ugh.
So I want to pull up the direct quote because I don't want to okay, I got it. I don't want to misquote it. So I saw this tweet and it was a picture, a screenshot or screen cap, I don't fucking know, whatever, of the 101 Dalmatians live action movie.
Okay. Bring back this to 101 Dalmatians, because I found out the weirdest fucking thing about that series.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It was a screenshot from a scene from the 101 Dalmatians live action movie. And it's a picture of Cruella de Vil saying, "More good women have been lost to marriage than to war, famine, disease, and disaster." And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
But someone shared that image on Twitter and was like, wow, Disney really tried to make a villain out of the woman saying to not get married. And I was like, hey, no, Disney made a villain out of the woman who wants to murder puppies and make fur coats out of them.
Specifically, about 101 of them.
Yeah, and I saw that and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I was like, wait a fucking minute. Okay, I think that quote is silly and good. And also yeah.
Yeah.
Women, be independent. You don't have to fucking get married to have worth.
And I miss when men went to war and died.
Yes. But hey, Twitter user,
watch the
whatever
movie.
your name was, do you know what that movie's about?
There are so many bad takes on Twitter about movies specifically,
Yeah.
where you can tell they didn't watch it.
But that's the thing is okay, it would have been one thing if someone shared that quote and they were just yeah, this is underrated quote in the movie. I would have been yeah, you know what, that is underrated. I wouldn't even think that quote happened, and I know I've seen it. But that the character murders puppies,
for fur.
For fur. And I agree, there are people on film Twitter or who think they're maybe on film Twitter that have really bad takes about things that they know nothing about. But those are actual films.
Yeah.
This is a Disney movie.
Hey,
that
some
is,
of them are films.
That's okay, whatever. This is a Disney movie that is very clearly about a woman who wants to murder puppies.
Yeah.
I think that you don't need to argue whether that's a good or bad thing to do.
No. There's no argument there. Don't murder puppies.
Don't say that they tried to make a villain out of this woman. She is the villain because she wanted to murder puppies.
Also, I think I technically got that wrong. She doesn't want to kill 101 baby Dalmatians. The parents are 2 plus 99 baby Dalmatians equals 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm correct on that because I'm going to go into a weird tangent now about something I found out about the original 101 Dalmatians.
The animated one?
The novel it's based on. Do you know what the sequel to the novel is? It is not a 102 Dalmatians. Mm-mm. I recently found out that the sequel novel to 101 Dalmatians finds the 101 Dalmatians awoken in a world without humans. It is only dogs, where there are no more creatures other than dogs. Dogs can also now float and levitate. They could also communicate via telekinesis, and they run the British government. And there's a whole thing about, like, more dogs coming over the borders, and, like, how are they going to run a parliament and put together a government? And are there Tory Dalmatians? And are there, what's the other party in Britain?
I don't know why you think I would know the answer to that.
I'm sorry, but, like... like they're talking about forming political parties, and it's weird. And like apparently like aliens get involved in it. This is real. I like looked this up and like read a bunch of synopsises on it. This is all because I like was looking up information on the new live action 101 Dalmatians with Emma Stone.
Oh, okay.
And I found that.
Huh.
Yeah. Is
it all dogs, or is it only Dalmatians?
I think it's all dogs. I'm going to look up original book sequel. The Starlight Barking is the follow-up to 101 Dalmatians.
The Starlight Barking.
Yes. The Starlight Barking, according to Wikipedia, no one had they have they have defined this as an unfilmable sequel.
I think we should make it happen.
Yeah.
Where do we acquire?
Author Elizabeth Hand praised the sophisticated canine society in the novel. Yeah, okay, so there's like old English sheepdogs in this.
Okay, it's more than just Dalmatians.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. Oh my god, there's a foreign secretary who's a boxer in this.
Is he cute?
Oh, is there cats? There's cats in it. So it's just cats and dogs? Also, dogs don't need to eat or drink anymore. They just exist. It's weird. It's weird. And that's the thing that I've recently found out. Like, if you go back to, like, old things, like, that era, like, the 50s and 60s, bro.
Well, you know, like, all of the original stories for, like, the princesses.
Are all weird.
Yeah, I have a Grimm's fairy tale book in my bedroom.
They're so weird. And I remember, like, in my Tumblr days, like, kind of, like, looking into that stuff. But, like, holy shit, like, fascinating.
Like, the original Cinderella, the stepsisters cut off their toes and heel to make their foot fit in the glass slipper. And the prince is like, yo, why the fuck are you bleeding? In Rapunzel, she pushes someone out of her tower and they like land in like a giant thorn bush and die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's all real fucked up, but like so cool.
Yeah, no, that shit's sick.
Yeah. And like they told that stuff to kids.
I know. You want to talk about how kids these days are soft? Kids back then, they were hard as rocks. They could go to war at this age. They did.
We were just at the museum yesterday.
Yes.
It was really fun. If you're looking for things that are like safe to do,
highly recommended museum.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, probably any museum, but specifically the one that we went to, like if you aren't in like the Philly area.
Yeah.
There's like timed tickets. It's massive, so you're distanced. It was really cool. But
they made someone even put on 2 masks when they came in.
They did, because a guy came in with like the
gator.
What's it called? A gator?
Is it
a gainer?
Or
is that a skateboard thing?
A gainer is a skateboard thing. And
I think it's a gator.
Is it
but
a gator?
not like alligator.
All right, keep talking.
He had one of those thingies on, like the yeah. Oh fuck. And
you punched the mic.
I did punch the mic. And
Did
the
you
lady
win?
in front of us made him put a disposable mask on, like underneath it. So yeah. But anyway, they had a whole exhibit.
Gator. It's Gator. Gaiter.
That's what I thought it was. They had a whole exhibit with armor, and there was like little baby armor. Armor for babies.
Yeah, little tiny knights.
Little tiny knights. Little tiny little baby.
You probably fire them out of like a catapult right at your enemy.
Little tiny little baby.
Tiny little bitch baby knights.
Tiny little fat girl.
Dude, can you imagine, like, you're on a battlefield and, like, you're like, I have trained for 40 years and conquested millions of kingdoms, and I am here to take yours. And this, like, little 5-year-old with a dagger, like, comes running and he starts stabbing you in the shin.
He's like, get out of here!
Get out of here! This is my kingdom. And stabs you in the shin 1,000 times and you die from, like, dysentery.
You're like, I don't know where like knights and soldiers at
England.
that time. I don't know where they like
France.
slept.
Oh, I don't know. On a horse, in a horse.
Like at whatever like quarters they had.
No, I thought
Could you
they
imagine
slept.
like you're like sleeping and there's like 10 of your buddies around you who are just like these massive men with nothing but vengeance on your mind, and the little 6-year-old is just like, guys, I threw up.
It wouldn't even be like that. It'd probably be like, oh, hello, my fellow.
Hello.
knight. Hello, my
Oi,
fellow.
bruv.
knight. I'm just 6 years old, and my father gave me a sword when I was born. He can't even like pick it up. He's like struggling, and like this older knight's like, behold, my fellow knights, our proudest warrior, Timothy.
Are they equals?
I don't think they would be. I think we probably should have read why the baby armor was there.
Yeah, we were so just like, haha.
Baby
Little.
armor. Sorry, look at you're so small.
It's like the big ones, but it's smaller.
It's like a regular knight, but it fits in my bag.
We do appreciate art. But
Yeah.
at that point in our museum trip, we were just like, yo, this shit's so little. They got kids doing this stuff now.
Because we were there for almost 2 hours. And the armory was the last part we went to.
Yeah,
And
and
at that point we were like, dude, crossbows are sick. And
Yeah.
they had guns back then.
Also, I've been told before, you really can't do that museum in a day.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
So by the time we got there, we were just like, yeah, that's it.
You're like, look at this sword, dude. What if a baby was swinging his sword at you? That's where we were.
We talked about why they didn't paint all of the metal bright red.
Because it would be silly.
But that we did talk about that.
Yeah.
That's where our brains were at.
Yeah, because we were we've consumed too much actual intelligent thought, so now it's only dumb. And then we
Whoa.
went outside into the courtyard and we're like, can we stand on that? And start trying to balance on little
Not
divots.
trying.
We did.
We succeeded. Also, I just went, whoa, because I looked outside and it's very snowy
Guys,
right now.
it's like coming down out there.
Whew.
Whoa, whoa.
It's really coming down out there, huh?
Whew. We're gonna need to salt.
Hate to be the guy that's driving that tomorrow morning.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, I would really hate if I had to do that tomorrow morning.
You're not going to. I will slash your tires before I let you drive in
I
that
have
snow.
all brand new tires. I would really appreciate if you didn't do that.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna. You're not driving to work tomorrow. The job you are quitting. Well, the job you did quit. You just have.
I just
you're on
respect
retainer.
them,
You're
so
on-
I gave my 2
You
weeks.
shouldn't.
I just want more money, so I
Yeah,
gave my 2 weeks.
that's what's up. Hit it. Woo! Yeah, we just knuckle bumped.
We went.
Oh my God, guys! Guess who got the login information?
Oh yeah, we can get onto Instagram now.
We can get on to YouTube
On
now.
YouTube
So
now.
I'm gonna probably backload all the other episodes. I'm
Yeah.
gonna upload those. Episode 1 doesn't have any videos, so it'll probably just be a still.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably just put our logo there. Also, this is a little stupid and weird. We can't distribute our our podcast on Apple Podcasts because of the brand, the logo.
Yeah, so I guess we maybe just gotta find something else.
I'm gonna make an alternative one for Apple Music.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
I love our logo.
We do need to look into YouTube because I read that content creators with less than 1,000 subscribers can't upload long videos anymore.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, because
I can always do clips.
we can do clips.
I
yeah.
might have to do clips for YouTube, which is
Yeah.
fine. I could cut out segments and put those up.
Yeah. Sorry, I just remembered a thing that I wanted to talk about.
Well, I'm done with this one, so
Okay.
go off.
There's no transition here.
Yeah, well,
I'm
we just
sorry.
did.
Okay. Sorry. I've been on TikTok,
Yes.
as I always am.
As everyone is.
And I was just recently reminded of I guess a trend or just a thing that was being discussed over the summer. And I don't know if you cannot eat those Pringles right now.
I can't have one.
No, it's gonna be so
Go away from the
loud,
mic.
Connor.
I'm going away from the mic. You can't yell at me. I want a Pringle.
I'm gonna make you cut that out. But he ate the Pringle.
And then I washed it down with some nice, refreshing water.
Anyway, there's this phenomenon called you ever get the ick?
What?
The ick.
What?
The ick.
What? You're gonna have to explain anything on TikTok to me. I don't use TikTok.
So I don't really. I guess okay. So like the ick is when you are talking to someone or dating someone or interested in someone, and then something happens, or you like think about something about that person, and then you get the ick, and then you like never want to speak to them again.
Oh.
But we can talk about like legitimate things, but the like conversation on TikTok was like the most insane stuff. It's like me picturing him running late to class and his backpack is flopping around like that, giving someone the ick. And I'm like, oh my God, that is amazing. Or like, I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
You couldn't think of one?
No, I forgot. I don't know. There were just so many like him like waiting on hold. Like he's on the phone, just waiting on hold, like that, giving someone the ick.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of like legitimate ones for me. Like there were some really petty ones.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I remember one time I was talking to this girl. I think it was like either right out of college or in high school. It was like in that 4-year period that I can't remember because of things I did. Mm-hmm. And she was super sweet, super cute, super fun to talk to. I never like really hung out with her before. And one time she gave me like a ride home, and I've never been more uncomfortable in my entire life than I think that 15-minute car ride home. Because like trying to make conversation was like, oh yeah, like in class today or whatever, this happened and it was super weird. And then it would just go silent, and she'd be, huh, that is weird. And then just stare forward while driving. And like, there wasn't music on in the car. Like, and I would just have to keep going like, so like, anything interesting happen in your class? No.
Oh my God.
And then like she dropped me off. She's like, if you ever need another ride home, like you're super sweet. Like I'd be more than happy to. I went, I'll be sure to let you know. I walked if I had to.
I found a couple examples of like the ridiculous things.
Oh, the ridiculous. I thought you were going to say yours. I was like, you haven't written down?
No. A boy having a printer in his bedroom.
I spilled water all over myself.
Him losing his balance on a bus or train. Him taking a bath.
Gives people the ick?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so fucked up, but it's so funny.
Do you have any examples of the ick?
One time I slept with a boy and he put music on, and the first artist that he played was Weezer. That kind of gave me the ick.
Was that the same Parks and Rec guy?
No.
Do you want to tell Parks and Rec story?
No.
That's fine. You don't have to tell Parks and Rec story.
No,
I'll give one of my icks.
Okay.
I was talking to this girl for like a month one time, and it was like kind of hot, and like things were fun. It was super casual, and like she would send me nudes sometimes. And I remember I was out to dinner with some friends, and she sent me like one of the best nudes I've ever gotten in my life. And I was like, sick, this is awesome. And that night I was like, hey, I have the apartment to myself this weekend. You should come through. And she said, I would love to, but I'm seeing my boyfriend this weekend.
That is not an ick. That is just... That's just fucked up.
And I was like, huh? And she was like, I was like, wait, but what about all the early thingers, the things you just said? What about all those? And she was like, oh, well, like, you're just, like, so fun to flirt with.
Yeah, that's not the ick. That's someone being a shitty person.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely crazy.
You know what gives me the ick?
What?
Not boys that play guitar, but boys that feel that it's necessary to tell me they play a guitar.
Ooh, that's...
Because if I, like, find out that you play an instrument because, like, we're having a casual conversation and you're like, oh, yeah, like, the other day when I was, like, blah, 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 whatever, like, cool, I'm glad you have hobbies. But if, like, you telling me that, I'm uninterested.
Yeah, no, that's 100% fair. I never let anyone know I, like, play an instrument. And I play the worst one. I play the bass. play the fucking bass.
The B word.
And I have an acoustic bass.
Oh.
I am scum. Stay away from me.
Going back to the first lady you were talking about when you said that like she wasn't even talking to you, but then was like, oh, like you're so sweet, like we should hang out more. There's also been a bunch of people on TikTok and Twitter talking about how like some men are just so detached from emotions that all you can do is just like guys will literally talk about themselves for 15 minutes straight and then be like, wow, you're not like any other girl I've ever talked to. Like, you're so different. You're so cool. Like, I think I really like you. Because no one will listen to them otherwise.
Yeah. Like, boys, talk to your fellow guys.
Talk to
anyone.
Talk to the boys.
Like, not just about like the gym or class. Talk to them. If you're like, this is so important. And this isn't even like a ha-ha moment. I mean this. It is so important for men, especially straight men, because it is looked down upon, for you guys to be emotionally available, vulnerable, and accepting.
Yes.
It is manly to talk to your other guy friends about how you feel.
Yes.
Because sometimes guys are the only people who can help other guys. And your problems exist too. They are not unimportant. You just don't talk to anyone about them, so no one's ever made you think that your feelings are real. They've only ever told you to bottle them up. Guys, cry.
Yeah. And not even so much that sometimes only guys can help other guys. Because like you can talk about your problems to your significant other. Like that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
But
I just meant,
I know you don't. But like they shouldn't be the only person you talk to things about, because then what if you're having problems with them?
Yeah.
Then it's just anger and just bottled up emotions.
Yep.
Like just tell your friends about what's happening. Everybody, not even just dudes.
Just
like,
talk to your friends. And if you are a identifying straight man, it's okay to be emotional. Even though, given our demographic, I guarantee there are less straight men listening to this right now than
there's probably like 2.
I would say like 10 or so. But like I'll give you boys double digits. How about that? I know she's perfect. Our cat is just laying on our couch and she's wrapped in a blanket. It's really nice, and the snow's falling in the background. Sarah's reaction is very intense.
Okay, sorry. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
But yeah, I think it's such a problem.
It's such a problem.
And it creates
monsters, bigger problems.
This kind of translates into my next topic.
Oh.
So our friend sent us an entire sent us an entire thing. I have not told you about what this is at all. I have just told you she sent us basically a PowerPoint on a dating story. And this is a kind of a follow-up to our last episode where we talked about cringy dating stories. And guys, keep sending them in, because my god, they are never going to not be entertaining.
Yeah.
And you can now do that at strictlyplatonicpodcast@gmail.com. You can email us. How about them apples? Showbiz, baby! But, so the title of this presentation is Why Blank Will Never Be Dating a Ever Again.
Can you put the laptop in a location where we can both see it?
Maybe. Yeah, and then the subtitle is 2 was enough. So we're gonna go through this.
Oh, I'm so excited.
She designed it too. It's so nice.
Oh, it's okay. Obviously, none of you guys can see this, and we're not going to share this screen with you, but there are little star borders. There's little like rhinestone pictures.
She did a great job.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's definitely listening. So
shout out.
You did a great job.
It's really pretty. I love it.
So story 1 is B. Last name not mentioned for a reason. I did use this picture of his body for reference of why things carried on for as long as they did.
That's completely fair. He's very hot.
This dude has
you got a hot bod.
That's model athlete body.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see here. In 7th and 8th grade, I had a crush on. who was popular and definitely out of my league at the time. He found out that I liked him and bullied me for liking him, but until sophomore year, he was the only real crush I had. And she has included photos of my childhood ugliness for reference. Please note, it was worse than this, but all those photos are deleted.
You look like every other girl in middle school. I promise. It's not that bad.
Continuing. So in 2016, he said he'd go into prom with me, but obviously he canceled. Cancel is in bold.
Yeah.
I went to prom with his friend and ended up liking his friend. His friend, blank, actually liked me and was nice, until I found out from a friend that he had a girlfriend 2 weeks before senior prom and had been sending me dick pics too. Oh my God, this is getting bad. January, he texted me and asked me out. I don't take it seriously for obvious reasons. Then, interactions like that happened until October. I agreed to go to his friends, but a miscommunication led to me at Chickies, blacked out with my friends, in him at a COVID-infested house. Then we kept talking on and off. We were both busy with exams. On December 28th, he invited me to New Year's Eve with 5 of his friends. On New Year's Eve, he canceled 3 hours before.
And hold on, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. 6 exclamation points after he canceled 3 hours before.
Yikes. Oh, we're in the finale. Important to mention, I am on my self-love exploration year and do not want to date anyone. There's an asterisk. So after he canceled on New Year's Eve, I didn't hear from him until almost 2 weeks later. He texted, he called, and asked to get dinner last minute. My friends were busy and I was bored, so I went. He was boring. He wouldn't stop smiling, mentioning how cool my eyes were. He seemed very interesting, and I'm very pessimistic about people liking me. So then he texted me for 2 days, remembering things I told him and making conversation then. Nothing. Almost 2 weeks after we hung out, I hear from one of his friends, girl who I used to be friendly with in high school and kisses my ass online? Question mark, exclamation point. Says she knows we went out. I tell her the basics. She mentions he has anxiety really bad. So then I feel bad I didn't give him a real chance. So I text him, and his responses were dry, so I give up. I thought it was weird that I was reciprocating his behavior, and now he's backing off. Then he texts me that he doesn't know what he wants right now, but he doesn't want to lead me on and that he needs to figure himself out. The girl I told him I was annoyed, he ghosted, but kept coming back, and he took that as she's too into me. The end. This man sounds like a mess.
Yes, I have... Leave this open.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, on this slide, there's a really adorable picture of a stick figure with a question mark above its head, and I love it. Additionally, hey, so like mental health issues are serious and real. From my experience, dudes, guys, be open about what you're going through.
Yeah.
It's totally justifiable. I have had so many men use having anxiety or having something going on as an excuse to treat me and other women like absolute fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And like, okay, you can be going through some shit and that can make you act not that great. But oh my God, it's like every time.
Yeah.
And it's such a red flag. And it's always the like, I need to work on myself and figure myself out excuse.
And they look like what this guy looked like.
And they look like what this guy looked like.
Which is Love Island looking ass, like photoshopped abs looking kind of guy where you're like, wow, he's really hot. Look out.
Yeah. And like, I don't want to like, obviously you shouldn't just like not date someone or not be into someone if they like have some shit going on.
Yeah.
But if they are like
Weird
very quick to say like, I have anxiety really bad and I'm figuring myself out,
it can be a red flag because when you're really working on yourself, you are open about that and you can talk about it openly without using it as an excuse. You'll be like, hey, I'm really interested in you, but I do want you to know I'm going through a journey of self-discovery and I have a bit of anxiety when it comes to dating. So if we take things slower, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You don't go, I can't do this. like out of nowhere, and not because
I could go on and on about all of the things that I hate about this.
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags across this entire story.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck. I would give a 2 out of 10.
I'd give him like a that body gets 3 points for me.
The 2 points were because of his body.
Yeah, that body is great. COVID parties dock a lot.
COVID denier. Yeah,
docks a lot of points.
A lot of points.
Sorry. Go back to the outer.
I was gonna say. Yeah. I never watched that show.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to.
We know this one. I know a lot of this story. I am going to censor a lot of this story, probably.
Okay.
To be safe.
Maybe censor the last initial too.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay. This is gonna be this is gonna look like a CIA document after we redact all of it.
Yeah. Read it very slowly and very carefully.
Oh my god. That's a photo I took. Oh my god. All right, let's get...
How much of this can we even say?
We're gonna find out. If I have to censor a lot, it'll just be funny and we'll move on.
What's the worst that happens?
You're right. Okay.
Can I read it?
Yeah, you can go with this one.
I'm gonna read this one. I don't have my glasses on though, so let's tilt it. We're not saying the last initial?
Not saying the last initial.
2. He's the number 2. 2 timeline. 2015, matched on Tinder, both thought the other was in college. 2017, in college and now both in Philly. 2018.
Oh my god.
Yep. The pictures that you attached to the final slide, I've never related to more. I have so many photos on my phone that look just like this image. Anyway, for Halloween 2018, my house was having a party. I invited most people on my Snapchat contacts. Oops. By the time anyone showed up, I was so drunk. Pictures for reference.
Oh,
I love them. I do have a question. I don't know what your costume is, and I would like for you to tell Connor, or me, because you follow me on Twitter now too, right?
Instagram
is what I meant, yeah. I want to know what this is. Showed up, and I brought him up to my room. Oops again. We started hooking up and doing the deed. Please keep in mind, I never met him before tonight. And he says...
Can I say this part?
Yeah.
Will you play with my butt?
And I was so caught off guard. I said, no. But I guess that's what he wanted me to say. Because he said...
Oh yeah, baby.
And finished. It was pouring rain, and I made him leave right after that, before his Uber was even there. That's it.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of redacted from that. Oh my god, you are great for sending that. Thank you so much. You know exactly who you are. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. The bar has been set.
The bar has been set.
This is an astronomical bar. Thank you for this.
Yeah. I think if we're sharing these kind of stories, I need to share a story that a friend of mine also sent to me.
Is it the one?
Yes. And maybe something needs to be censored here too, but we'll figure it out. And by we, I mean Connor will figure that out today when he's editing.
Because I edit the podcast. All right, I'm taking my laptop back.
Yes. I gotta scroll and find it.
That probably sounds great. Me moving a laptop while
on
mic?
It's on Instagram.
Oh my god, this is a mess. Oh man, there's so many cables. You know who's gonna be really disappointed by our audio setup and everything?
Who?
Nick.
Our hairstylist?
Yeah. He does this for a living.
We'll have him over one day.
Yeah, he'll fix us up.
Okay.
Go on.
I'm gonna read this. My friend sent this to me, the other week when we asked for stories, but I didn't read it. So, I'm reading the text. We matched on Tinder and talked for a while, and she was great. lived in Pittsburgh, super down to earth, had cats, drank wine, openly hated the United States, had a boyfriend. I don't remember that part. Had bangs. You know, everything you could want in a woman. We flirted for a couple of months, and I finally got the invite to her apartment to drink some wine and hang out. I got to her place, and we drank a little, got to know each other, and then she invited me back to her room.
Hell
So
yeah.
we're in her bed, you know, banging real good. Fuck, I lost my place.
What a literal genius. What a literary genius.
We were in missionary, and it was super hot, eye contact, and all that good stuff. Well, after a little bit, I started to feel a little poking, and she could see the discomfort on my face, so she asked what's wrong. I didn't really know what to say, so I was just like, I don't want to read this sentence.
You have to.
In quotes, "Girl, why is your pussy so sharp?" And we were laughing about it, and she told me I must have been hitting her I.U.D, which I didn't even know was possible. Definitely one of my favorite people I've ever hooked up with. Ow! How is she also not in pain?
We cannot name this episode "Girl, Why Is Your Pussy So Sharp?" But I want to
101
so bad.
IUDs. That's it.
Oh my god!
That's the name.
Oh, it is usually quite the process to try and figure out what I'm going to name an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only one that really came to me was, like, Fake Tree, Fake Christmas. That one was pretty, like,
But
upfront.
even that we really discussed for a
Because
bit.
there was, like, who's the Thanos of pop punk?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all that stuff. So, like, we went back and forth on that. 101 IUDs might be just the easiest one we have. But my god, do I want to name it Girl, Why Is Your Pussy So Sharp?
We cannot do that.
Why can't we?
I don't like it.
We already have bad bitches have tummy issues.
That's nowhere near the same level. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but dude, how funny is that?
Do you have any comments on the story?
Oh my god, it's hilarious. I didn't know the boyfriend part. I've heard bits and pieces of this story before.
Bits and pussies of this story? Is that what you
I
almost
said
just said?
pieces. I have a stutter. Oh my god. Pussy on the brain, huh?
This is a wild one.
This is a wild episode, guys. Sunday episodes are a little crazy.
I didn't know that she had a boyfriend either.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
There is something. Okay, this is admittedly one of the shittiest things about me. You know what I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
don't you?
Whatever.
Hey, guy who wrote that, you're gonna agree. There's something hot when a girl you're attracted to has a boyfriend. Whoops, I'm a bad guy.
I have no comment on the subject.
It's like one of those things that you want it, but you can't have it.
Yeah,
It's one of those things.
I guess.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Oh, surprise, surprise. I'm kind of a piece of shit.
Surprise, surprise. We all are.
Yeah, surprise,
Yeah.
surprise. No one's an angel.
No
and if
one's
you
an
are,
angel.
you're dead. Because you have to be.
Or you are the sweet angel baby.
Our cat.
My cat.
Your cat. Oh, guys, another fun little thing is we almost had a guest on
We
this
did
episode.
almost have a guest.
It fell through because I think we were just not in brain space mode to record. If we
No.
tried to record, oh my god, we'd have another missing episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to everyone who keeps texting us to release the missing episode, it's gone.
It's deleted.
I deleted it. It doesn't exist.
I am so glad. I was just mad. Oh my god.
There was no focus.
There was no focus.
And we talked about this already. We're not going to.
We're not going to.
It was just that bad.
It was just bad.
It was that bad.
I quit my job today,
Yes.
like we said earlier, and I was mad when we recorded that episode because of my job.
Your
So
job.
if you can
ruined-
imagine the anger, clearly I'm angry enough
your job
to have
ruined.
quit my job today. So you can only imagine how I was feeling when we recorded that episode.
Your job was so shitty, it ruined an episode.
Yeah.
forever gone. Forever.
Forever.
Now am I saying we won't have another hungover episode? No.
I want to do a drunk episode.
We have to do a drunk episode. Your phone's going off right now.
That's combobulated today.
What were we even talking about? Sorry, guys. This is going to be a harsh cut. There's going to be a lot of cuts this episode. There's just been so much going on today. There's been a lot going on this week.
Let's I don't even know. I was going to say let's give a rundown of the week, but I don't even want to relive it.
I don't want to talk about it.
You know what I want to talk about?
Go ahead.
We're eating KFC bowls for dinner tonight.
Homemade
We
ones.
went to Target today, and I got some snacks, and Connor was like, I'm going to get popcorn chicken and corn and mashed potatoes and have a DIY KFC bowl for dinner. And I was like, that's really, really good idea. And then I was like, wait a minute. I want to also have that. Yeah. And I have chicken nuggets, and I'm going to make mashed potatoes, and we're going to eat DIY KFC bowls, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be like none of the bad I've even happened.
Well, what's crazy is, and I want to hear from you guys on this. So this week, what I have found out is everyone had a rough go of it. Everyone had a rough go of it. And whether that is just because, astrology and the moon, which it could be. It might as very well could be. If you don't subscribe to that train of thought, that's fine too.
If you don't subscribe to that and you don't know what we're talking about, there was a full moon this week, and all of the people that I follow and listen to made it very clear that it was going to be a very, very heavy week.
I cried. Wait, no, I didn't. I still haven't cried. I've tried to cry 4 times this week and physically couldn't. I wanted to. I tried. I listened to sad music. I sat in silence. Anything that could get me to cry, and I couldn't do it. This was a tough week, and you know what? We made it through it. I'm going to give ourselves a little round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. We survived the full moon.
I did cry this week.
Yeah.
I cried for one actual reason, and then I cried because someone sent me a picture of a mug, and that mug had a logo on the front of it, and the back said, "The sun, the moon, and everything in tune." And it made me cry.
Yeah. It is what it is, my guy. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And this is what this is, which is the end of the episode. Yeah. So we're going to sign off here. Once again, we finally got the accounts back. I can now accept your emails. We could post on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
We got TikTok going. I could upload the backlogs. We're gonna have a snow day tomorrow because my job's got canceled for tomorrow.
Yes.
So I could upload all the video onto YouTube. So you'll be able to find us on YouTube as well. Strictly Platonic Pod. All the links will be in the description of this podcast on Spotify.
Bitch.
I will be posting it on every platform. We're going worldwide, bitches.
We're going worldwide, baby.
Yeah. In the words of our political singer, let's get loud. That's all for today's episode.
Who sings that?